Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return is Cohen. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Flush, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Levi Onwuzurike brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they have, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Sliding it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Goff. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Robert Spillane just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that touchdown, Chicago!
Jonah Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
if you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Gone. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. 6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Williams brings it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on first down. Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Goff throwing again. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Robert Spillane able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give. This is Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
It's almost not fair when you talk about Allen Robinson to talk about how dependable he is, but that's a great word for him. Last year, first time he's gone over 100 receptions in his career, and he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Brings up 2nd and 9.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Goff now looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now that definitely hurts, because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Damian Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Just get rid of it.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be out right at the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. One play action, Fields. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Fields' throw going to be taken in by Cole. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down they go Montgomery. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Robinson here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, we knew that Darnell Mooney could absolutely fly, but he was only taken in the 5th round out of Tulane because of his size. He ended up being one of the better late-round picks in the NFL last year. 61 catches on the season. There's another one there, this time for a first down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Off play action, Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Well, the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Montgomery, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Fields. And Graham on the grab. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jarnell Mooney, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bears continue to pour it on. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Play action. It's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Bilal Nichols just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
The offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This will be fielded at the 17. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets them to about the 44. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 95 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And off comes to Montgomery. Trucks over it, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Fields going to hold on to it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On first down, Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Pushes him over. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Let's go one more.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Go off a handoff here to Swift.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it.
180. Watch the screen. Pass. 26.
From the red zone now, Goff.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Goff now looks to throw.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.